Hello, it's the Imperfect Gardener here, and you are looking at my future lettuce growing bowl thing here on the patio. Why? Because I have lettuce growing out there in the garden, but in a few more weeks, I know what's going to happen. It starts getting really hot in July. When July comes and it starts getting really hot, the lettuce bolts and it goes up and you don't have any lettuce. So I'm going to just experiment here and see. I thought, what if I took pot here on the patio, and I just took one of these long ones. It's kind of like a one you would put under on a ledge or something, you know. I just took one of these, and I'm going to try planting it in here because I can set this over here where I've got these ferns and everything that grow up tall here on the edge of the patio. I've got some cabbage right here. I've been trying to grow. Now that I got the squirrels quit eating it, maybe I can get that growing. Anyhow, I've got these that are going to shade it a little bit. I've also got the possibility that when it gets real hot, I can put it up here on this deck. There's a section over here of the deck that's really well shaded from the house, and it would keep the sun off of it a lot of the day, so maybe it would keep it cooler. And I'm going to see if I can get some lettuce growing in here so that by the time the lettuce over there in the garden is done for, I will still have some a little bit of lettuce growing that I can eat on my salads. So all I did was I took some of my potting mix here, which I have been using for the patio. I do use some of this Miracle Grow stuff. Whoops, you're wiggling a lot. Sorry. I dumped some in here. I need to just wiggle around a little. It didn't get completely loosed up. When you dump it out of the big bag, it's going to be a mess. You have to kind of uncrumble it. Not uncrumble it. You have to crumble it. It gets all packed into that thing laying there on those pallets, and if it gets wet, you're stuck with these big chunks, which is what I have. I might have to get my glove to break these up. I thought, hey, I'll just use this right now and have my gloves on because it's easier to throw seeds in without gloves on my fingers. But it's going to argue with me. Nope, I think I got it. That's getting good enough. Mixed up good enough. Because your lettuce, you know, they're such tiny little seeds that you really need the soil to be nice and not in clumps, which this is. This is in clumps. I might have to fade to black and come back with my gloves to make this work. It's all right, though. Now I got it. It's mixed up enough for me. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm going to mix this up, and I'm actually just going to sprinkle some in here and cover them up real lightly. Lettuce, you can even just kind of rake it in. The seeds are so small. They don't have to be buried very deep. This thing is only about 4 inches deep itself. And it's got the little, it's about 4 inches, 5 inches. It's got the little thing in the bottom that holds some extra water, but also lets it drain out so it doesn't get overwatered. And what I'm going to use is just this, I got this loose leaf lettuce blend. Basically, it has 5 varieties of leaf lettuce in shades of green and red. It has black-seeded Simpson, Lola Rosa, red salad bowl, royal oak leaf, and salad bowl. And they grow 45 to 55 days to harvest. So if this will work, it'd be great. This is a kind I actually grew with my students at school in our little grow station. And they thought it was awesome because it grows all these different colors. It's colorful. It's another reason to have it up here on the patio. You're doing some patio veggie plants. It's nice to have some of them be colorful. So it just looks like a colorful little thing of salad growing here. So let me dump these out and show you what they look like. Just going to use all the rest of the ones I have in here, I think. I might do that. Here they are. Okay. A lot of lettuce leaves. Maybe I won't use them all. A lot of lettuce seeds. But I'm just going to actually sprinkle them all over. Just going to go sprinkling around. Hopefully there won't be weeds in here because it's just going to be out on my patio, and I'll try to keep the weeds out, but I'm just going to sprinkle them everywhere. I've seen some people do this before, and I want to see how it works for me. Basically, you don't separate them a certain number. You know, on the thing it says so many inches in between, blah, blah, blah. This just makes one big, huge salad thing. Just lettuce everywhere, all bunched together. And I'm going to try it and see if it works. So all I'm doing is putting them in, and I'm just going to rake this in just very lightly. I'm not raking deep because I don't want them to go deep. Lettuce does not have to be planted very deep. The seeds don't. Really only need like a 1/4 inch of soil over them. So I'm just raking them around, and we'll see what happens. Oops, you can't see what I'm doing. Boy, I'm having a rough time with the video today, aren't I? There, I'm just going to kind of rake those in just a little. And just wiggling that dirt is going to make them fall down just about a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. And they'll actually grow. I don't even have to pack them in, really. They're just settling in there. And there we go. And I'll get back and see what these do here in 10 days or so. If we get some stuff growing, then we'll be happy campers. Okay? And I'm just going to, I guess I'll lightly pack it a little bit. Where's that little thing? I don't have my glove on. I'm just going to take this. I don't mind getting my hands dirty, but I was trying not to get them too dirty right now because I'm actually about to be heading somewhere soon. It's been raining all day, pouring rain, not the kind of rain you can really work in the garden. So I didn't really work in the garden today, but I thought, you know what? One little job. If I could just do one little job that I wanted to do, and that was to get this lettuce in. See, the directions on here say to sow it 1/4 inch of fine soil over the top. It does say firm lightly, so I'm following that direction, but it says to sow them 12 inches apart, you know. But I've seen so many fun things where people just throw all the salad in bunches together, so that's what I'm going to do. Now let's get this onto a light shower. Give it a little shower of water to start the germination process. There we go. Just water that in. Some of the soil was already wet. I had put in, probably filled this about halfway yesterday and then realized I didn't have enough of my potting soil left. So the potting soil on the bottom of this is already completely soaked. So I don't have to soak it all the way through. It's already soaked at the bottom. And then I put another couple of inches on the top here now. So there we go. And what I'm hoping then is as the other lettuce starts to die, this stuff's going to pop up and make me a happy camper. And I'll have some salad stuff going on here in the hot summer days. It's pretty soaked now. All right. So that's my idea that I'm going to try here. I've seen a few people doing in pots, doing lettuce in pots. My thing is to see, can I keep it growing in the hottest of the summer days here in Michigan? And if that means, for now, I'm going to keep it over here where it gets sunlight, probably about 6 hours of sunlight a day where I have it right now, maybe 7. But what I can do is when it gets real, real hot, after it's all come up and it gets real hot, I can move it up here into this place up here on the deck. There's this little spot back here that I've been watching that only gets sunlight probably about 4 hours a day. And that might help it in the real, real hot summer. The other option would be, can I, if it won't grow here, can I take it inside the house and see if it'll grow? Once it gets established, could I stick it in my house somewhere and by a window and have it keep growing in there on those hot days? Anyway, fun to experiment and try things out and get long-winded here, but I often do. So grow some lettuce on your patio. Have fun gardening.